Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, coming at you with another video. And today's video is going to be a follow-up on a video I made previously where I talked about tutorials. And there was a comment that I got that made me want to make another video on it. So, basically, I think gamers are smarter than developers think. And this is really true, especially when again, going back to that like tutorial video, when you play like a modern game and they over-explain everything like it's a game that, like this is the very first time you're ever playing a video game where they talk about like, oh, use the analog stick to move, use the right stick to move the camera. It's like, I know, I'll figure that out by playing the game. And again, one of the most egregious things was this one game I was playing, and basically, I got up to a treasure chest, and when you get up close to a treasure chest, the icon to open up the treasure chest appears right in front of it. It was like, hit the X button to open it up. But before I opened up the first treasure chest, there was a tutorial where the game will pause, give me a paragraph on how to open a treasure chest, even though there is a button icon as soon as you get close to the treasure chest that tells you how to open it. Those kind of tutorials are infuriating. And again, it's an insult to how smart gamers are gonna be. Because again, anyone would have figured it out, where if you went up to a treasure chest and that icon appeared, you hit the icon, it would open it up, you get an item, and it's like, okay, I know how treasure chests work. I don't need a tutorial on that. And the one comment was saying, well, you might not need the tutorial, but there are people out there that might not get it, and they need that big tutorial system for it to work. And it's just like, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Because the thing is games are an interactive medium. You get to play with them. You get to experience trial and error. This is what makes games different from like movies and books and TV, is you actually get to interact with it. And that interaction could be you trying something, it not working, and then you try something else until you figure out what it is you need to do. And again, when you over-tutorialize something and the game developers are so paranoid that gamers won't figure out a basic function of a game that they over-tutorialize on it, you're really just telling people that you think that people playing your game are fucking retarded. And here's the thing, back in the day with the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, they didn't hold gamers' hands. And it was great. Like me personally, I had a hard time, like when I was younger, I had a hard time reading growing up. I had reading comprehension issues. And I would play a lot of these games not being able to read. So I would play games like Banjo-Kazooie, Kingdom Hearts, Zelda, without being able to read, like really able to like read the text, the dialogue, and understand what was going on. But again, a game like Banjo-Kazooie, even though you couldn't read, the way the game is designed and the way they did it, I was still able to figure out how to do everything and still be able to beat the game, even as a kid who couldn't read. And again, one of the reason is because games are designed to be intuitive. You should be able to do trial and error to figure things out. And again, I remember being able to play like Kingdom Hearts, and again, not really being able to read, but as a kid, I was able to figure out, okay, like in Traverse Town, there are sections where you have to talk to Sid several times in order to progress the story. And basically what I would do is I'd talk to Sid, it would be the cutscene. I'd watch the cutscene play out again. The cutscenes were voiced, so it made it a little bit easier. But when you actually had to read like the text that the characters say outside of cutscenes, like I would have a hard time doing that. So basically what I would do is like I'd run around the town, talk to every character, see if something changed, and then keep going on. And again, you can figure it out. And again, and thinking that players won't be able to do that is a disservice to the players. Like, you're treating them less. And again, these over-tutorializations and developers thinking gamers aren't as smart as they think they are, and they're over-worried that people won't, figure out this game mechanic, and, like, they might get stuck, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you are not giving gamers enough credit. And yeah, it's true, and it's honestly insulting. Like, when I see, like, over tutorializations of shit like that, it like drives me up a wall. Because again, you're just saying that, like, I'm a fucking idiot. I would never have been able to find this out. I'm just a stupid idiot. And like, again, it's just annoying. And especially with, like, modern developers, it's a huge problem where they must think like we're all retarded. And again, it's like, that's one of the reasons why, like, Dark Souls did so well when it came out. Because I remember when the first Dark Souls game came out, it stood out because it was a game that did not hold a player's hand. It made you go, it harkened back to the days where it's just like games didn't really tell you what to do, and you had to go figure it out on your own through, you know, trial, error, figuring out. You actually had to play the game in order to figure it out. Nowadays, people are just, like, developers are just so afraid that, like, you won't figure out their game, that they're just fucking spelling it out for you just constantly, and it's annoying, and I hate it. But all in all, those are my thoughts on, like, that. This is just like a follow-up on that tutorial video where it's just like, developers truly think you're dumb, and I believe gamers are much smarter than developers give us credit for. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd love to continue the conversation there. Other than that, remember to like, comment, subscribe. That really does help me out, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.